Come with me while I harvest Jamaican cherries. There's a bee. Here's all the berries that I got. You guys, check this out. You guys, look at this. It's a tree growing inside of a tree. What is happening? These are not the same leaves as the tree. So that's the leaves of the tree. That's a completely different tree. And I think that's amazing. Look at how strange this is. So I was walking and I'm like, I recognize these leaves. Why is that? Somebody must have been in their car eating a mango and threw it out of the side, because this right here, hold on, it's grown roots, gone pretty deep. This right here is the mango seed. This is the roots, and then this is the tree growing out. Now here's the thing, the neighborhood will come and mow the lawn and take them away. I'm gonna grow them. If you live in the suburbs or in the city, you know that they manicure everything. So trees almost never have this little jungle underneath. But let me show you something pretty cool. See those leaves up there? Those leaves match these leaves. That means that this is a sapling of this tree. This is basically his mother. Now, in a lot of places, they'll come and they'll take the little trees and they'll groom it and they'll manicure it. What I do is I find those trees that would have been otherwise discarded and I grow them. Not all of them, but I pick a few of my favorites, and it's a lot of fun. It's something to do. I just find it super, super informative and fun and adventurous. Oh my God. Super, super informative and fun and adventurous. Oh my God. Is this poisonous? I've never seen this in Florida, but I've seen it up north. It grows in a vine at the bottom of the trees. I'm not sure if this is the sumac one or the poison ivy, but I'm pretty sure this is poisonous. It's got the red leaf, the red vine, and the 5 leaves, and it's kind of jagged and pointy. I mean, I'd have to look it up. I looked it up and it's probably poison ivy. Not an expert though, so don't quote me on it. This is crazy. I've never seen this in South Florida, ever. Here I am. Look at this. I saw this when I was driving by earlier. There's a palm tree growing inside of this strangler fig. It's literally growing inside of this strangler fig. So this strangler fig is getting strangled. Oh, how the tables have turned, my large friend. Hey, I bet you didn't know that on a cucumber plant, there's actually a male and a female flower. The female flower has a little fruit on it, and the male flower does not. Now the female flower relies on the male flower to pollinate it. Oh my God, there's a little bug. What kind of bug is that? That little bug is gonna pollinate. Random, but look what I found when I was on my way walking into the gym. I found this like this was literally on the floor. So I'm gonna secretly replant it. It's probably not gonna grow very tall. They'll probably cut it down at some point, but maybe they won't. And maybe a palm tree will grow. This is a baby palm tree, guys. Okay, I'm gonna secretly plant it. Let's go. Now I'm gonna walk in, my hands are so dirty, and everybody's gonna be like, Alyssa, what did you do to your hand? Do I tell the truth or do I keep my little baby a secret? That is the question. He's so cute, look at him. Probably not gonna grow very tall. Very close to these, but maybe he has a chance. You guys, today is a sad day. So I came to visit this palm tree that I planted. So this is it right here. The notebook under so you can kind of see. It's not doing too good. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the excessive rain we've been having, but I don't think this one is gonna survive. Hey, we tried and sometimes we fail. That's how we learn, and you know, that's life. You guys, look at this mushroom. Look at how cute it is. That's a whole Smurf house right there. So remember that palm tree I planted? Well, the mushroom that I posted on my story yesterday was literally right next to it, and I came to visit it today and it got knocked over. So I just wanted to show you what that looked like because I thought it was hilarious. Don't ask me why I laughed, but I did. And when I touched it, it was so like, it was squishy. Mushrooms are squishy. I recently discovered the fact that coconuts are actually seeds, and I just found it in practice. You guys, this is an old coconut that has sprouted. What? Who's gonna tell me this? I will never, ever, ever see palm trees the same after learning this. Take a look at the stalk and the way that the leaves peel out right up here. This is almost identical to the way that grass grows. I found this piece of grass on the ground, and if you look closely, you'll notice a few things. The blades are on the top, but when it goes down into the trunk part, it actually becomes circular. Also, the fact that it has these brown, older pieces of grass that used to be grass. Now look at the palm tree. All of this dead matter is falling down in a very, very, very similar way that is happening to the grass. And look at the resemblance. It's crazy. I can't believe that I didn't put 2 and 2 together before. So it all started with an unidentified tree in my grandfather's yard. He told me it fruited once, but they lost all the fruits in the hurricane, so they never identified the tree. Anyway, he wanted me to remove the branches on the side, and I thought, this is the perfect opportunity for me to attempt to grow my own trees from the cuttings of another tree. So he let me take them home, and I got to work. I heard somewhere online that you can actually use aspirin in place of rooting hormone, so I crushed some up and I put it in a bucket to use later in the process. Next, I cut up the stems so that the insides were exposed, and I put them in the aspirin water to soak overnight. The following day, I put them into pots with my other tree babies. So far, it's been over a week since I planted them, and they're doing great. We still don't know what kind of fruit tree this is, so I want to know what you guys think. My grandpa and I think that it's either an avocado or a mango. So if you know what this tree is, or if you've ever seen it, please let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Look at what I found. There must be a snake somewhere in this tree because one shedded skin here. So I have a neighbor who always runs by when I'm sitting under my tree, and I'm friends with his wife because she's so sweet and she has a bunch of fruit trees in her backyard. Super cool family. But I let him try some of these berries, and he was like, oh my God, we need one of those trees in our backyard. So I'm trying another method. Now, I don't know if this like falls under grafting or like, I don't know, like rooting. I don't know. I saw this online somewhere, and I'm trying every method. I know that you can plant them from seed, but this is like an offshoot of this. And at first I thought it was because the berries fall to the ground and then obviously they do their thing and they become trees. But I suspect that something else is happening. This root here, I think that it goes underneath this, and then this is an offshoot of this root. And another thing that leads me to believe that is because this tree has a lot of similar looking things. Like if you notice, this is not the same as one of these branches because these branches wood very fast. These don't. These stay like this. And I think that's what it means when they're growing from the root or growing from like a certain point. But if you look, this one is pretty much the same. It's like more woody at the bottom, but then it's green here. So I think that is the same as this one. Anyway, to the method, to what I used. what did I do? Well, I took my handy dandy carrot peeler that is now dirty. I peeled some of this skin right here to kind of expose the inside. I got some wrap and I just dug up a little bit of dirt from here. I put it in the wrap, I made sure it was moist, and then I put tin foil around it. And I didn't use rooting hormone or aspirin or anything, so no idea if this is work. If this is gonna work, it's a shot in the dark. Need to breathe. But hey, I wanted to try it, so I'm trying it. And hopefully I can deliver this safe and sound to my neighbors so they can plant it in their yard and have a tree just like this. And this guy grew so fast, let me tell you. 2 years ago, it was maybe like this tall. That's when my brother planted it. It's actually not mine, it's my brother's. But I hijacked it because he doesn't spend enough time with it. This baby's been neglected. I've been hugging this tree hugging. I can already hear the comments starting. Tree hugger, tree hugger. I don't care. Call me it. It's true. I do hug trees. I love trees so much. And I actually particularly like this one because of the shade that it provides. And I love this because it's similar to obviously my favorite tree, the Royal Poinciana, in the sense that it kind of droops over. Now it's not like super willowy where it like goes like this, but you can see that it has like a nice shade and it's not even that tall. It grows wide first, which I really, really like about this tree. Hi guys, I got this comment asking me what my favorite trees are. I'm gonna start from the beginning. When I was a kid, I grew up in North America. I really like the pine tree. The pine tree is kind of like a Christmas tree, but I like the old ones, the ones that it's maybe like 40, 50, 60 years old. They're huge. And when you go under and inside, you can actually clear out all the dead branches and literally be inside of like this little home inside. I used to build forts with my friends and my cousins. We used to hang hammocks, all kinds of stuff like that. I moved to the tropics, so here, this is one of my favorite trees called the Royal Poinciana, and I really like this tree because of its shade. It also has orange flowers and it grows literally everywhere. I have like 5 of these in my little garden, but they're saplings, they're little babies. I have this other cherry tree, it provides a lot of shade, but just in general, I like all trees. And I really also like the strangler fig because they're really fun to climb. They get the branches that kind of grow because they're roots, but they get hold in the ground and then they become really strong, so it makes climbing a lot more complicated and fun, and it has so much possibility. It's definitely one of my favorites. So if I had to say 3 or 4, those would be my favorite trees. Do you ever wonder why the wood from palm trees is not used to build things? Well, despite the name, palm trees are not actually trees. They're more like highly evolved grass. For more on this, you can go look at a video that I posted on my page, but today we are going to be talking about the innards of this tree. Let's take a look. It's been dead for quite some time, so this could be affected by time, but the inside is more like foam than wood. It's squishy, it sounds like styrofoam. I could even go in there and grab like this without hurting myself. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't build a house out of this either. This is a video of me pulling out the fibrous material from inside of a palm tree that's been dead for I'm not even sure how long. I passed by this palm tree back and forth on my bike rides and on my walks, and I was pretty sure it was dead. It wasn't growing any leaves, it was kind of drooping over. So today I decided to karate kick it down, and yes, I ran full speed at it and I kicked it, but I went just about clean through it because it was so weak. If you were ever wondering why they don't build, certain things from wood from palm trees, that's because it's not actually wood. It's more like this fibrous materials, as palm trees are not actually trees. They're more closely related to grass. I'm sure there are uses for this sort of material, so if you know any, then comment them down below. I wanted to share something about this beautiful tree right here. Look at this. Okay, so obviously it has a big scar right there, and you can see it has these new growths, but look at this. Y'all, there's baby trees everywhere. Look. And they're growing up in the bushes and nobody knows. they're just like unsuspecting, walking by these little new babies, but there's new life everywhere. There's new growth everywhere. If you're stuck in your life, there is new growth happening everywhere. When you're conscious of that and when you're understanding that, you can choose. You get to choose where new growth happens in your own life. And these trees are great teachers, and anything you look at that you see, you can learn from. So choose what you learn from, choose what you pay attention to. I love this, and I just found this so amazing. I had to stop. Not even that, that's not what stopped me. What stopped me is this right here. You can see like this scarring, and it just keeps growing, and it has so many scars on it. This tree, one up there, like it has been mauled. Like they have cut up this tree. Anyway, I really wanted to share that because I thought it was super cool. Have a good day. You guys, I just rediscovered this for the first time. I filmed the video. I don't know how long it's gonna take to edit. This plant is freaking incredible. Look at this. This was just birthed. This is a new leaf. Have you ever seen a new leaf being born? Never. You see a new leaf being sprouted. What is this? This is craziness. I love it. Today, my new discovery is this plant. From far away, it's pretty ordinary, but if you take a closer look, every one of these has grown where this has been and it is just broken off or died. Then we can see this goes so far back. These are roots as they're going into the ground. Lastly, the new growth part. If you look here, you can see inside is crumpled up. It's all wrapped up. The pieces of the leaf become like this. But now I have some questions, because like if this grows in the middle but the palms fall off the side, how does that work? If you know what it's called, comment it down below. Thanks for watching. Come, look what I found. I found this in the wild. It's a citrus tree. Look. So I'm not sure how it ended up here, but I can tell it's a citrus tree because number one, look at the leaves. And look at these thorns. I'm growing lemons at home and it looks exactly like this. If you scratch it and sniff, it smells so citrusy. It smells like a lemon or orange or lime. I'm not sure how this got here, but there is a Chipotle right over here. So my guess, if you don't mind me saying expert opinion, is that somebody from Chipotle was eating a lemon and threw it in the bush. What do you guys think? Lemon tree, lime tree, orange tree? Let me know in the comments. Don't be fooled, everybody. It does look like there's some grass growing here, but this is a baby palm tree, as well as this, and looks like this one too. And they must have come from over there because this is clearly not a palm tree. There's always cool stuff around you. You just gotta remember to keep your eyes open, my guys. I don't think I've ever thought this thought before, but if I had to come back to this life as any animal, I think I would come back as a squirrel. Because imagine every day all you do is you climb in the trees, you look for food, you eat, you chase your friends around, and you have fun. You don't have to interact with anybody if you don't want to. You just go up the trees and you climb. Like, look at this guy. He is just living the life up there. I don't know if you've ever seen a squirrel climb a tree, but they literally will jump from tree to tree. Even if it's like 5 feet across, they will just boom. I hate to admit it, bud, but I'm totally jealous. What do you guys think of when I say vanilla bean? Do you think of the flavor? Because I think of the plant. This is actually a vanilla orchid, which is where vanilla bean comes from. Vanilla bean is the only edible fruit of the orchid family, the largest family of flowering plants in the world. Hi guys, come to Home Depot with me to look for new pots for my lemon and mango trees. I have 3 mango trees and 2 lemon trees for a total of 5 pots that I need to find. May the prettiest pot win. I am obsessed. This is the prettiest pot I've seen. I'm not sure if this would be suitable for outside, but it is really cute. I also found this one, which is a little bit smaller. This is really cute. I really like the design on this, but it doesn't have any holes in the bottom. But what do you guys think? Found this one. It is a little bit similar to the first one, but I really like it. So far, I have these 3. I know I'm gonna have a hard time reaching this, so. It has a hole. I'm iffy about it, but you know what? We'll decide later. I found this pot and I actually have the bigger version, so I might get this one just so I can match them. This one looks like one of the other ones that I picked, just smaller. It does have a hole in the bottom, so we are good there. Last pick for today is gonna be this one. I'm gonna add it to the cart and we are gonna go take a look. Yesterday I took you guys to Home Depot with me to help me find pots for my fruit trees, and today you're gonna help me decide which ones to get. This is pot number 1, my favorite. Then we have this number 2, which is so cute and little, like it's totally giving cottage core. We got number 3, which matches the one that I have at home, and we have number 4 and number 5. Both are simple. Number 6 here is a bigger version of number 5, and lastly number 7, which was definitely my other favorite. Let me know what were your favorites for when I come back to make the actual purchase next week. Come with me to plant watermelon seeds while I talk to you about everything that I failed at today. Okay, that kind of sounds bad, but listen, hear me out. I have made a couple of really funny mistakes that I wanted to share, and since I have to live with the consequences, I want to at least be able to laugh about them. This morning I cooked eggs for breakfast, but instead of using a regular pan, I used a glass pot that's used for baking, and everything was going smoothly. I had cooked my eggs, but at the end I poured water inside of it and it literally exploded everywhere. Kind of like how this cup right now is overflowing. Needless to say, I had to clean up the entire kitchen because there was glass from the stove to the floor and even in my eggs, so I couldn't even eat my eggs. Then later I went back to the kitchen. I wanted a snack, so I grabbed the dark chocolate, but I wanted to melt it so I could put honey in it, and guess what I did? I forgot it on the stove. At this point, I had absolutely had it. So I came outside to plant some watermelons, eat berries from my tree, and laugh about it while making this video. Hi guys, I wanted to share something I saw this a long time ago and I showed it, but it's still there. So we are going to climb this tree and I'm gonna show you. Let's go. Ready? Jump scare in 1, 2. Oh, it's not a jump scare if I warn you. It's a snake skin that's been there for at least like a month. Oh, yeah, that was it. You guys, look at what I found. So I was looking at these pretty flowers and I saw a donut ice cream sandwich. And I was like, what is a donut ice cream sandwich doing in the bush? And I want to try it. It's so good. Look what I found. This is a palm tree, a random palm tree. Those are like, I don't know if they're grapes or what, but that's like the fruit of the palm tree. Let me see if I can get some. I got one. It's very, very tough. I don't think it's ready at all yet. But there you go. Fruits from a palm tree. I was walking and I saw this tree. And you want to know why the strangler fig is one of my favorite trees? Because when you give it years to grow, and it starts to look like this, look how many places inside of that tree that there are to climb. That's a literal home. That is a tree house. For all of the kids who got taught this in school and forgot about it the minute their teacher told them, all fruits grow from a flower that was there that had to have been pollinated. So here we have the banana flower, and under the petal you can see all of the little bananas. And just like they taught you in school, they get pollinated, the leaves start to peel back, and then you got bananas. Yo, look at that. Now that's a whole bunch of bananas, let me tell you some. Look how high I am. Can't even tell from the picture. I'm not that high. I'm pretty high. Not high. Maybe 20 feet? Maybe. I also have a horrible perception of, height. So, hi from the trees. Mangoes, anyone?